I was not there, but I remember. Look at the stone. For 15 nights there has been one thing on it that never changed through every object I laid beside it. The bottle of earth, the letter, the cradle, the torn veil, the child's bead, the pilgrim's staff. One thing stood unmoved at the center of all of them, a single candle. The beeswax taper on the grey slate, it is burned alone through every night of this series. It is the oldest thing here, and the quietest. And tonight, it is the whole story. But look closer tonight than you have looked before. Set around it now, small and humble in their little cups, are a few unlit tea lights, plain things. The kind of light an ordinary person owns. They have been there all along, perhaps, and you only never noticed them. Sitting dark beside the one flame, waiting. And tonight, as I tell you the last of the story, one by one, they are going to catch. Because tonight is not a night of a death. We have had our fill of deaths, you and I, these 15 nights. I have buried my whole family in front of you, and my voice has not been the same since the 10th. Tonight is a night of an arrival. 40 days ago the sky fell. Tonight the road that started with one blind man reaches its end, and the one flame, at the very last, begins to become many. It is the 40th day, the 20th of Safar, 40 days since the noon that broke the world. Last night you walked with Jabir, tonight he has arrived. The blind old companion of my grandfather, the messenger of God, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, has reached the grave at last. He washed himself in the Euphrates as a man washes for the meeting of his life. He put on what little scent he had, and he laid his hand on the earth that holds Hussein, and he called the name, and he fell upon the grave weeping. He is the first of all the millions who will ever come. He is the first foot on the road, and behind his one blind step the whole river of pilgrims begins, the river that, in your own time, is the largest gathering of human beings anywhere on the face of the earth. And hear me say the firm thing, the thing no one disputes, the thing you can stand on with your whole weight. That road has never closed. Every 40th day since that one, the living have come back to this grave every single year. For 13 centuries they have come, and they are coming tonight, 20 million of them. While you sit where you are sitting, and you are one of them on your carpet in your room with the same hand on the same earth across the same distance. The living and the dead stand together in the same place again. That is the reunion no one can take from you. It is not in a book you have to trust. It is happening tonight, on the road and under your own hands. And the tradition our people have held and loved across the long centuries tells us something more. And I will tell it to you the way they have told it, because the love that built it was true. They tell us that on this very 40th day, the freed family of the Prophet, Sayyidah Zainab, peace and blessings be upon her, and my grandfather Ali, the son of Hussein, peace and blessings be upon him, and the children who had survived the fire and the chains that coming back at last out of Sham, they turned their faces toward Karbala, and they came here to this ground, and that Jabir who had arrived was here to meet them, and that the living of that broken household and the dead of it stood together on the 40th day, in the same place where the sky had fallen. And here I must be honest with you. The way I have been honest on every night where the love of later generations reached past what the earliest pages preserved. Whether the caravan reached this exact ground on the very 40th day of that first year, or whether the love of the generations after gathered the reunion onto this day because the heart needed the living and the dead to meet here. The histories differ, and I will not pretend the record is more settled than it is. The earliest sources do not all carry it. It comes most fully through the later tellings. Faithful scholars have disagreed over it for centuries, with love on every side. So I do not hand it to you as a fact to defend. I hand it to you as a thing the love saw. And the love was not wrong about what matters, even where it cannot prove the day. Because here is what cannot be taken. The surviving Imam, my grandfather, did come in his life to this grave. And over this earth he raised the words of a visitation. The Ziyarat the believer still recites on this day. Read for the first time over the very ground it was made for. Whenever it happened still. The reunion is not only a thing that happened once. It is a thing that happens every 40th day, forever. And it is happening now. And here, on the last night, the telling has to stop being a telling. Because you did not stand at Karbala, neither did Jabir in the way the companions did. He came 40 days late, blind, with nothing left to give but a love that would not stay home, and neither did you. You were born 13 centuries too late in a world away. But you have come to the 40th day. You are here. And the covenant my grandfather renewed at this grave is the covenant I am asking you to renew now, with me, tonight. So say it with me, not as a story about people long dead, as a pledge in your own mouth, on your own neck tonight. I am with you, not with your enemies. My help is made ready for you until God grants the leave. That is the covenant of every dawn and the pledge of every Arbaeen, and the closing of the visitation all become one sentence in your own mouth. Do you feel what just happened? The weeping you came here to do tonight. It is not the end of anything. It is a seal. It is wax poured warm over a covenant freshly renewed and pressed and set. The tears are not grief spending itself. The tears are the signature. And let me tell you one thing about the ground itself, before I let you go. The earth that Salama kept in a bottle on the night I tell you I was born already grieving. The earth that received the body of my grandfather when there was no one left to dig the grave. The small clay tablet you press your forehead against 5 times a day, every day, the more in your pocket. It is all one earth. It is this ground. Now hear me carefully, because this is the very heart of it, and it must never be mistaken. You do not bow to this grave. You have never bowed to this grave. A believer bows to God alone, and to nothing and no one beside him. That is the whole of our religion. It is that there is no God but God, you have said on every one of these nights, the refusal of every Lord but the one Lord. When you go down in prayer, you are not turning toward Karbala. You turn, as every Muslim turns, toward the house of God. But you bring your forehead down to the bare earth, the humblest, plainest thing there is. Because the one you worship is best met with your face in the dust, and of all the dust in all the world, you lay your forehead on this dust. Not because the earth is worshipped, God forbid 1,000 times, but because there is no earth anywhere that drank what this earth drank, the blood of the man who would not bow to anyone but God. So understand what you have been doing your whole life. 5 times a day your prostration has gone up to God, and it has come down on Karbala. And in the very shape of it you were following my grandfather, for he too, at the very end, the last sajda, the one we wept over on the 10th night with the swords already above him, put his forehead to this ground and bowed to God, and only ever to God. The covenant was never far away. It was under your face the whole time. And the one you were bowing to was above it. The whole time. So I will not end tonight at a graveside. I have ended so many of these nights at a graveside. Tonight I end on the road. Because the road is where you are, and the road is where I am waiting for you. I am at the end of it, behind the veils on the far side of my long absence. I stand at the end of the road every one of these pilgrims is walking, and I am watching for the dust of your coming. And I will tell you the truth about myself on this last night, plainly. I am yet to rise. The grief is not over for me either. The waiting is not over. I am the one who has not yet been allowed to come. But look at the stone. The one flame is many now. The candle that burned alone for 15 nights has kindled a handful more, small, ordinary, humble lights leaning their flames together, pushing what little brightness they have out into the dark around them, trying, the way the small and the faithful always try, to light up the whole world with what they were given. And that is the only proof there has ever been, that the light you received across these 15 nights was truly received, not what you felt, not what you wept, the light you give. So renew the covenant at dawn and rise for God and the crowd and alone on the road and in your own home, and walk and do not walk alone. And when you come to the turn in the road where a brother of yours has fallen, do not pass him by, the way the first man on the first morning of the world passed his brother by and looked away. Because the question is the same tonight as it was over that first body. It is the oldest question, and it is the only one that finally matters. And tonight, on the road every pilgrim walks, I ask it of you one last time, not as an accusation now, but as a homecoming. Where is your brother? And tonight, at last, after 15 nights, you can answer. He is here. He is beside me on the road. His hand is in mine, his hand is in my pocket, and I did not pass him by. And I did not leave him in the field. We have come together to Hussein. Renew the covenant, my beloved, rise, walk, and keep the light burning where I left you, until I rise and find you exactly there, standing.